from the historic point of view, like from the old days, I think men were more capable because a lot of notable figures in history were men, like George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Isaac Newton. But I guess in this sort of time, like in this pandemic, I think women are more capable now because doctors, our mothers, our teachers, they are more capable now because they are more caring and thoughtful because they help us every time we have trouble because our fathers they do all the working and our mothers stay home to help us. So because me, I don't really do much after school. I just Netflix and chill, and my mom helps with my homeworks, and she basically does everything for me, like helps me with everything. So I really think women are more capable during these times.
Mm.
All the
Yeah.
people in my group were wonderful, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna ask Khadija to come forward. They all shared great ideas, but Khadija, if you're here,
Got it.
can you share with us what you heard and what you shared?
And I also thank you for posting the your learning as a BOR
Yeah, that's a
toward UIL. Yeah, that's good
that's a
website.
resource people can study with if they'd like to.
That's
Good
great
job.
resource. Okay, so Khadija,
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 Khadija.
Khadija, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, let's go. So the speaker.
I First I'll tell you about my personal opinion. I don't think that women are much smarter than men because from the historic point of view, we took many women, but and I give examples of brave women like Muniba. I think I said Muniba Mazari. I missed her out. Muniba Mazari, Rani of Jhansi. She was once a ruler of India, and I forgot everyone.
Hmm.
That's okay.
Mr. Man, can you please tell me again? I forget
Uh,
everything.
oh, don't worry. We discussed about how some people say women are smarter, and others say that they're equal, and we discussed about how our societies have different expectations
Hmm.
on different people. Some people said about you said Khadija that some are more emotional, women are too emotional, and then some another friend said no,
Then
men are
because
also yeah. Go ahead.
they get emotional, they can also make wrong decisions. Whistles men are not that much. They do not feel that much thing. I mean, they do also have feelings, but they ignore many things. So I guess men are much smarter than women because when it comes to studies, uh, women are actually good at studies, but not at maths. We all have to agree at this point that men and boys can do much better at maths. Like Ibn Sina, he was a very well-known mathematician. Also, Al-Khwarizmi, he was an Arab who created algebra, and many of the scientists who created maths, they were all men. And I guess it was very less contribution from women.
Exactly. Thank you. And I would just add that another person said all the good things that women have created and developed with technology and other examples. So we can all find examples for whatever we want to. Thank you, Khadija.
Thanks. All right.
Okay, so thank you. That in my breakout room, we have kids from Myanmar, Brunei, and India, and also we have the youngest one. She is only 13 years old,
Mhm.
grade fifth, but it's a Taylor. But okay, I don't want to scare her, so this time I want to invite Keen in my group
All
to
right,
share.
Kim
Yeah,
from Philippines.
Keen, her opinion about the gender equality. But okay, that's a little pity that in my group we all are female students, female speaker. So think of another gender
why
equality. But anyway,
why
okay.
That's
why
my mistake.
So
So sorry about that, guys.
Kohei, next time
Yeah,
when we
right.
talk about this gender equality.
Sure, sure.
Okay, Keen,
it's so
where are you?
bad.
Key, can you hear me?
Hi everyone.
Okay,
Yeah.
Key.
Yeah.
Hi.
Um,
there's an enormous amount of research suggesting that women have a huge advantage on emotional intelligence or EQ, and it is critical to men's performance at work because emotional intelligence is responsible for 58% of performance in all types of jobs, and 90% of top performers are high in EQ. And I think it's because of the box that society has forced them into thinking that they always have to be strong and they can't ever be vulnerable to anyone. So, in my opinion, women has the upper hand in the question of intelligence between the both genders. Thank you, sir.
Wow, see?
So
Very insightful.
Nadia from Russia.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes. Yes, I can.
Okay, great.
In our group, we had 4 girls and 1 boy. So they were from Greece, Vera from Greece, so some guys from Malaysia and Brunei. And we had rather a hot discussion as far as the difference between women and men roles is. We started speaking about the women reproduction function, which is
Oh my
the kitchen. Yes, and we decided, we made up a decision that so even if we are restricted to give birth to children, we are not restricted to stay in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And we wanted to share our responsibilities 50-50. But I would love Darussalam from Brunei to share here so maybe some unique view on the gender equality. Please, Darussalam.
Okay, Darussalam. Can you hear me?
Uh,
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
We are
I'm
ready.
from that's the country, but my name is Jessie.
Jasri, yeah, Jasri.
Not Darussalam.
Excuse
Okay,
me.
yep.
Yes, Darussalam.
Jasri,
Okay,
let's
so-
go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in my opinion, men and women are both equal in terms of intelligence. However, women are taught to be more mature, and there is a prejudice against women to at home and to have to do all the housework and take care of the children. However, it is a God-given capability to have children. Some women can't, but it is our right to be able to choose whether or not we have children and whether or not we stay in the kitchen. And you are not limited to stay just in the kitchen if that is not what you wish. But however, if that is what you want and you wish to have kids and have a big family and take care of your house, that is also your choice. So I think it's a really sad thing that women have to be forced into the household to take care of the children when it actually should be 50-50. As in a marriage, there are two parties, so that should be how you raise the children too. So besides that, I also think that there are a lot of women in history that have been silenced by men and have also been pushed down by a lot of stereotypes and stereotypes from the patriarchy. So then I think that our society would benefit more if whenever I think of all the women in history, I really wonder what our society would be like if both parties, like both genders, would be able to equally have the opportunities to research and travel and contribute as much to science and engineering and mathematics and everything, and not have this standard where women have to be at home and men have to be working. And this also doesn't just affect women but also affects men. They're supposed to be the ones that are financially contributing. And another point is that a lot of women have been there has been a lot of women in history that have had to depend on men for their livelihood and all of that. And this is shown by how women were only able to open their bank accounts, like personal bank accounts, in 1960s, while men have been able to do that in a long time. So they have been bound to marriage for financial stability and not being able to go out and actually live from themselves. And that's another argument that you see a lot in achieving equity or equality within the genders. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
All right, can you hear me? Okay, let's move on to the next speaker. I got a message from you.
Yes. Hans from Indonesia is my room representative.
Hey,
Hey.
Ehan again.
Hello.
Okay, Ehan again. Just wait a second.
Hello everyone. I'm back.
Yes.
Go ahead.
My name
Sorry,
is
gotta
Arhan.
give it to my manner hand.
So my name is Arhans and I'm going to give my opinions about the topic and share what my room have discussed about the topic. So the first thing that I thought that is, well, is women smarter than men? Well, it depends when you're asking, because I don't like it that if you call people smart, because everyone is smart in their own way, you know. Like,
Good.
for example,
That's true.
yeah, for example, I'm good at physics, but I'm not good at cooking, and the other guy is good at cooking, but is not good at physics. Yeah, it's smart. That is one of the examples. So in my room, I tell that, well, women is smarter in the kitchen than men, right? Throughout history.
Wow.
And I think that if you see history, the environment that we are placed, the men and women, men is placed in an environment that makes them like, you have to prepare for a war, you have to be strong, you have to be capable or everything, right? And women you have to be capable to carrying a child and craftsmanship and blah blah blah. Well, it depends on the environment you in. I think that's my opinion. So if you can look at today, is it the same? Yes, I think it's the same. It changed a bit though. So, for example, today the most fire, the most how do I say it? The most popular, the most trendy thing is, yeah, if you know the streaming community. There is more female streaming, right? And we men simp for them.
Like TikTok, you mean TikTok?
So I think that I explain it again. Smartness is something that is broad, not just one smartness or one intelligence. And I think that gender is not. It's not depends on your gender if you want to be smart or not. It depends on you, on yourself. Do you want to study or not? It's just like Malvin said, if you don't study, then you're not smart.
Yes.
That is all from me. Like, sorry for blabbering out on something that I don't research on. I'm sorry.
Thanks for sharing. Okay, it's gonna be, I guess, last speaker, guys.
Gladys's group.
Okay, all right, let's go, Gladys.
All right, yes, thank you so much. I really enjoyed the discussion and sharing in my group just now. And I want to call on Nanami as well as Sanja later, please. So if you don't mind them presenting, I have two in the group. Thank you. Nanami, please do share us your ideas first.
Guys, okay, we have just only 2 minutes. Please share.
All right,
Okay, thanks.
1 minute each, please. Okay, Nanami, where are you there?
All right, Nanami.
Come on.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. Here we go, Nanami.
Me?
Yeah, you go
We listen
first.
to you.
You
We
go
hear
first.
Yes, we can hear you. Okay, come on, Nanami.
Okay. In Japan, women used to be in a weak position compared to men. Women have to do all housework without working outside, and couldn't do what they want to do at all. But however, these days, most people in Japan think that men and women are equal, so a lot of women are active at the company. In some companies, women see opinion which only women can consider, so a lot of people may think women are smarter than men. and a lot of women work outside while raising children in Japan. It is so hard, but thanks to them, Japanese government changed a lot of law about how to work. So I think the change made Japan easy to work society. There is not enough, but the women who change Japanese old habits are cool and smart. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks, Nanami.
Excellent. Very well said, Nanami.
Good.
Sanja, how about Sanja? Please do share well, please.
Where's the
Hello.
Sandra?
Hello.
Yeah, he's here. Thank you.
Sandra.
We talked about how historically men are seen as smarter than women because more politicians, scientists, inventors, and innovators were men. But technically, that wasn't because they were smarter. It was because necessarily smarter. It was because they were more privileged throughout history. Women couldn't vote or do politics until a certain point in time, and they couldn't really get to school. And a lot of women still in some countries don't get the right to education. So still, I don't think that any gender is necessarily smarter than the other. It's just the fact that men were technically more privileged throughout history and still are in some ways privileged than women. And someone in our group said that behind every successful man lies a smart woman or something like that. So that's why women are smarter. I don't think that's like a fact. Also, I think that just women need to think more and need to work more to achieve something that a man can achieve just by getting there. So yeah, they were technically just more privileged, not necessarily smarter. That would be all from me.
Thanks, Sandra.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
On time. Okay. Marvin, can you hear me?
Hello,
Okay.
Mr. Kohe. Hello,
All right,
everybody.
Marvin. All right.
My name is Marvin Scavi. I'm 16-year-old and I'm from Indonesia.
Okay.
So from the research that I see, all or most of the major tasks commonly used to measure intelligence have been constructed, so that there are no overall score difference between males and females. Thus, there is little difference between the average IQ scores of men and women. But in my own opinion, whether a person is smart or not is not from the gender, like you're a woman or a man, it doesn't matter. But it's from being diligent in study. Because if it is true that, for example, a woman is smarter than a man, but the woman does not study, she will not be smarter than a man who is diligent in study. Thank you so much.
To invite student from Turkey, Gil from Turkey.
Okay.
Yes, my name is Gidis and I'm 15 years old. And in our room, we talked about gender equality too. We talked about our country's histories. Like, it's true that men showed more appearance in the history, but it's not meaning that men are better than women or men are smarter than women. If you're not forced to cook in kitchen, give a birth to child, we can do a lot of good stuff too. Like, even that we are forced, there are a lot of great women in our history. And I don't think that, I don't agree that men are smarter than women. Like, it's true that there are a lot of scientists like Ibn Sina, Khwarizmi in our history, but it's not exactly true. Like, it's kind of true that men's analytic intelligence are better than women, but some kind of topics, the women can be great at analytic things too. And for the final result, we all want gender equality for women and men, and that's all, I guess.
Good. Wonderful. Great.